But Mondays, especially when you have a rough week, there's all these kids with like tablets and their parents' phones or their own phone or whatever, and they're just sitting there playing games like that. I'm starting to feel a lot less overwhelmed. Some people may feel like Mondays are like the worst day ever, but I look at Mondays as a fresh start. I mean, I look at each day as a fresh start, but Mondays, especially when you have a rough week, Mondays are like this time to like look at it as, okay, here's a whole brand new week that I have. And the weekends provide opportunities for you to refresh and reflect on your week. And so I think it's very, I don't know, for some reason it's the way I look at Mondays. Do I have a hard time waking up in the morning? Of course. Do I wish we had longer days for our weekends, or that the weekends were like one day longer? Yeah, I do. But at the same time, I think that you can look at Mondays as a fresh start for a brand new week with your kids in your classroom. So speaking of the weekend, let me show you, I went to Target on Saturday and they had all their back to school stuff in their dollar spot. They had all the back to school stuff 50% off. So I bought 2 packs of the books. So I thought maybe we can do a project with them toward the end of the school year. And last year I only had 1 set. I used to have alphabet flashcards. I don't know what happened to them, so I bought another pack. And I'm trying to stop buying erasers because I have so many. But 50 cents for a pack of rainbow erasers, took them. And then I had a student that does not have a pencil box, and I've been looking forever for a pencil box, so I ended up buying a pencil box. This was not 50% off, but I think it was like 97 cents, so it wasn't a huge deal. So today is Monday, so we have, you thought I was gonna say something else, didn't you? Not yet. Today we're gonna be learning short E sounds, which we've already, I guess, let me rephrase that. We're gonna be reviewing short E sounds since the students should have learned short E like in kindergarten, way back in the day. We're just gonna be practicing some of our words. It's gonna be part of their spelling words. We're just kind of easing them into the school year. And so today we'll do our practice. We're actually gonna be practicing with our whiteboards. It's because I really like using whiteboards in the classroom. I think they're super easy. Today we're going to be doing our turtle close read. We're gonna be doing our 3rd read of it and then answering the text-dependent questions, which is gonna take some time. But that's okay, because for math, we use a program called Number Literacy. I cannot explain, like, I didn't pay for the program, I cannot share the program, you know what I mean? So, but they're basically, we're gonna be taking the numbers and the words and doing that inside the little 20 grids, just kind of getting them used to it, because I have a lot of students that still have a lot of trouble with their numbers. So, and I might make another copy of another one because the whole book has them, like there's a bunch of different books and different topics and stuff. And then for their interactive notebook, they are going to be drawing the shape that it says inside the box, which I will explain to them what they are, or maybe draw it on the board so that way they know, oh, a square is this shape, because they may not be able to read it yet. So that's that. We also have computers, library, and PE today. So we also have our data meeting today, so that'll be right after lunchtime, and then when we come back from that, we will go into centers. But now it's time. It is Coffee Talk Monday, so it is time for Coffee Talk Monday. That didn't make any sense. Cue the intro. I wanted to talk about how parents, and if you are a parent, allowing your child to be bored. I mean, like when you go, I'm constantly seeing like when you go out in public, there's all these kids with like tablets and their parents' phones or their own phone or whatever, and they're just sitting there playing games. Like, it's like the parents are afraid to let them be bored. So it's like, oh, if they're bored, they're gonna make noise. They're kids. And so I think that's that hinders the students in the classroom because they are so used to having their time occupied with something. So the parents are constantly trying to find ways to entertain their children, and so it's not allowing them time to be bored and to figure out ways to cope with things. I talked about this last year with another teacher about how, I may have talked about this in another vlog, I'm not sure, but you know, just allowing the time for the students to be able to be bored. You know, it's okay for a child to be bored. You were bored as a kid, I was bored as a kid, but you know what my mom would do? Go read a book, go draw, go outside and play. Like that was like the normal thing. We didn't have tablets. We had video games, but like we had TV and video games. And really, I didn't even play video games that often. I love playing video games. I still do, but I just don't have the time for it. So, but I don't think I'm stuck on it. And I think that's where we're going, is that we're gonna have all these people in our world that cannot cope with having downtime because they're so used to having their time being filled with something else. So allow your children to be bored. It's okay, they will survive. Now 3:16. I spent some time today because we did have our meeting today, and we're trying to get some stuff fixed because we are not able to get all of our stuff done that we need to do during these meetings. So we are trying to switch it up, but that's like, you guys don't know anything about that, so I'm not really sure why I brought it up. What I did get to do, I am planning out some stuff for the next couple of days. I did finally get some stuff added in. This is for this week too. This is how horrible I've been, but I have added in some of our stuff that we're working on for like summer, for our close reads, some of our stuff for spelling. I added in a little bit of writing. I'm going to try to work on it more. I think I'm going to try to plug in maybe next week on writing some other stuff that we're going to work on. And then I did add these. I left these 2 days open just because today we didn't get it done, so it's going to get pushed back till tomorrow. And so it happens sometimes where we run out of time and it gets pushed back. So with that, I got that plugged in, I got that going. I am trying, my skin looks really red. Sorry, I was just outside, it's really hot outside. I am trying to get September set up as best as I can so that when I do my plan with me, you guys will have information for that. So today was pretty good. I mean, like, we had a little bit of moments where it just, like, the morning was awesome. When we played teacher versus students, I'm telling you, that was like one of the best things ever. And it was funny too, because I did it this way. I had the kids, they had the whiteboards, and I said, the only time that I can talk is when I'm giving you the words. You guys can't talk at all. Like, I have to give you guys the words, otherwise you guys can't do the spelling of them. You know, like, that's not gonna make sense. You won't know what the word is. So they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm like, okay. So I give them the words, and then, like, I have the alphabet across the top of my board. So we were all on the carpet, so I just used my pointer. Like, if the letter was backwards, I wouldn't even tell them. I would just, like, point to the letter, and then they would be like, oh, I have that wrong. I'm, like, going blue. Anyway, so I would just point and be like, this is where, you know, like I would just point at the letter and then they would know, oh, I need to flip that around. Because I have a lot of students who write letters backwards, so I'm really trying to get that taken care of because it's muscle memory. So if they don't do it correctly now, they're gonna do it like that for the longest time, and it's gonna be so hard to fix. That is something that I worked on a lot today, is making sure that they have those letters going the right way. And then, fantastic. And I don't know why I'm so blue right now, but it is what it is. But that went really well. And then we went and we started to get, I did a Go-Noodle because we weren't able to go out to recess today. And then we did our close read, which is when we did the independent questions. I should have known that was going to take forever, because it just does, because you have to model and train them to realize, to like get that whole thing down that, oh, what I highlighted is what I'm using on the question. So what we do is we highlight the question in one color, we highlight the answer in the text in a color. So that way all they do is copy it over. I know that it's not getting them to write it in their own words, but it's just what we're working on right now, because they are beginning of the year first graders. And so I'm just getting them to look in the text and locate the information is basically what we're working on right now. Eventually I will have them start writing it in their own sentences, because the text, the passages, like the parts that you use for your proof, your evidence, is a lot longer, so they have to shorten it to make it fit into the pages. And then we did centers, and the kids did okay in centers until, again, right about the end, and they started having a really hard time. But I did take away one of their fun centers and added in interactive notebooks, which they realized that their time goes really quick in that time. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm not done. I'm like, you had 7 minutes, which is not a lot of time. I'm going to be honest, it's not. But we had a short, it was like, the time was really crammed. But they basically were only cutting out 5 things and gluing it into their book and then drawing a picture. So really, it shouldn't have been that long. But I don't think they realized like how quickly the time goes. So I told them about that. I'm like, y'all got it done. But now you see what it's like how much time you actually have and how time goes by so fast. And if you don't do it, then guess what? It doesn't get done. That was kind of neat. I don't know. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. Tomorrow is our Tuesday, so I think it's our long. I don't think we have anything tomorrow. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and plug some stuff into my planner and get ready to go home. So, see you guys. As I was laying in bed last night, it dawned on me like that I'm starting to feel a lot less overwhelmed, especially for the beginning of the year. For any of you non-teacher people, the beginning of the year is filled with tons of paperwork and lots of meaningless tasks. There are student information forms, there is student paperwork, there is data from the previous year, there's data notebooks, there are our professional development plans, as well as all of our lesson planning, copies, and other prep for activities that we need to be doing each day. However, it dawned on me last night as I was laying in bed how much more time that I am starting to have. So like I'm coming home from work and I'm not feeling like, oh my gosh, I get all this stuff done. And then I also started thinking, wow, this weekend, I don't have as much to do. It's crazy and I'm loving it. So last night, Rudy was working on some things in the office. So I was able to sit out in the front room and start like kind of figuring out stuff in my planner and figure out what exactly I want to accomplish in the next couple of days. And so that's where it brought this whole thing of, oh my gosh, like I'm actually having time to sit and plan out stuff. Not, I gotta catch up, you know what I mean? So I did go ahead and do some of my stuff for my planner. I do have a section in my planner that has my to-do list. As you can see, science has nothing in it because I still don't know what we're doing for science, and they don't seem to have any clear vision for science at this point, so I'm just kind of waiting. But I am, like, we do get science incorporated because we do it in our close reads, so we do turtles and the seasons and all that kind of stuff. So we are getting it involved in, you know, our day. It's just we don't have a separate time, so we're not doing like science experiments, which is kind of where I would like to go eventually. I would like to be able to set up so that we have something that we're doing that goes along with what we're learning. But it's one of those things where not every single thing's going to be able to have something that does that. So, but I need to watch my very last video. It's due on Friday, and I don't know why. It's just one of those things that I was like, oh, I still have a week and a half, and then I never did it. I need to redo my schedule because my schedule, we switched our, I feel like there's a spider web like in the room, and it's like in my hair. I need to redo our schedule because we switched our recess from the afternoon to the morning because it's too hot in the afternoon. We're planning out some of our close reads for the next couple of weeks because we do plan 3 weeks in advance. So we're doing vegetables, then fruits, and then apples since Johnny Appleseed's birthday is coming up. Like I totally spaced his name. So we are going to be doing something with apples. And then, so that I need to get the apple close read. I found one on Teachers Page Teachers that was a freebie, so that was awesome. But I need to get it printed. I need to do my weekly to-do list page that I have. So this was one I made. I want to say I made it last year or the year before. I can't remember. But I need to go through to find out if there's anything that's irrelevant and get that taken off and make a new one. So those are the things I have planned for today. And then that I need to get done. That's me personally, I need to get done. We are learning short E, so this is our spelling word thing. I got this off of Super Teacher Worksheets. And so they have to find the word hidden inside these words. And then they have to circle it and circle the word they find. I want to do some growth mindset, so I pulled out my Giraffes Can't Dance. And we're going to talk about things that they can't do and how we can get to getting there. And then we're going to be doing our growth mindset book, which may not be able to get all the way through it, but we might be able to do a couple. And then for math, we never did do this one, so we'll be doing that today. And then we're gonna start getting into addition a little bit by doing how many one color plus another color. So I'm trying to figure out some stuff to do with centers because I want to start getting rid of centers. We do have Moby Math now. I need to look at it so I know what I'm telling the kids to do. And I need to go through their iStation reports and figure out how much time each one is supposed to have, and so they can start keep monitoring their time, because I don't think my kids are meeting their goals because they don't know what their goal is, and so I need to go through and do that. So those are the 3 things I'm going to do this morning. I'm going to watch my video, I'm going to get iStation stuff done, and figure out how to use Moby Math. So it is now like 4:34. We end up having a staff meeting after school. It was just so busy today. We got all the stuff done that we were supposed to, but we had a staff meeting after school, and then that lasted till 4 o'clock. I went back to my room, got a couple things done, and then I just packed up and left. I was done. Yeah, I'm supposed to be editing right now, but then I have to get this Etsy order out, and if I don't get it done today, it's probably not gonna happen tomorrow. We finished up our total close read. We did not get to our summer one, but that is okay. We worked on some of our phonics skills. We did some daily 5 practice. The kids, we got our both math not worksheets, but I guess they're worksheets, but both of our math assignments done, I should say. And we got centers going, and I kind of switched it up a little bit. And so the kids still have their interactive notebook, which some finished, some did not, but they don't, I had 2 kids that sat there and talked the entire time and got no work done. And then when I'm like, you guys have a minute left, they're like, what? We haven't even started. Why are you still talking? Get to it. So they did, they got it finished, but they didn't get to go to their next center, and they got because the next center after that is computers. Moby Max now started, so they're doing that. I'm not really a big fan of Moby Max. I don't know if anybody's ever used it. I'm not really that pleased with it, but it's better than some of the programs we've had before. So, and then one of the centers I took away, and I put book pick in it, so the students can pick books. We're not going to do it every day because otherwise they're picking books all the time. I got them calm. We still had a little bit of issues, not as severe. And I am doing, every time they get loud, I'm in a recess, gets taken away. That's where I'm at now. And it seems to be working. So, because I don't want those minutes of recess. And they had 0 minutes of recess today because in the morning because they were talking, and so I took away 4 minutes of recess. Then after they realized that, oh, you're really gonna take away our recess. Yeah, I really am. They were like, no, this is not gonna work. But it's 4:40 now, I've been talking for a few minutes. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start working on my Etsy order, and so that is that. It is Wednesday, August 29th. I was listening to Meg of Meg's Crayons. I was listening to her podcast. And she was talking about how to do self-care, like make sure you're taking care of yourself and you're not getting burned out. And I thought that was really interesting, and it kind of brought me on a thing that is going to be important in the month of October. So I do have my comps for my graduate classes for my master's in October, so that means for 2 weeks in October you will not have any vlogs or videos. I might try to film some ahead of time so you have something, but you will probably not have any vlogs. But it was just something I have to take the time because we have 10 days to get all the writing done, and if I don't take the time to do it, then it's not going to be fair. It's not fair to me, so I have to take that time. So I just want to let you guys know that in October, probably the last 2 weeks, you're not going to have any vlogs. I might do some filming during that time, but they're not going to be uploaded and don't be anything uploaded. So I might do kind of a recap of my experience doing the comps. Might be kind of cool, but you will not get any vlogs. So, but yeah, it was just really interesting how she talked about, you know, balancing her life with Teachers Pays Teachers and all of her social media and teaching and all these things that she has going on because she chose to do these kind of things that people expect that she's going to be doing them for them. And I was kind of thinking about that too, how I get, like, I don't have a huge following on my Instagram and my YouTube really isn't demanding. It does take a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it. And I really enjoy communicating with people, but I want people to understand that if I don't vlog for a week or something, like, there's probably something that happened. And it's happened before. I mean, when my dad passed away, I didn't vlog for that week, but I did let you guys know. So things happen in people's lives, and that's just the way it is. I want people to understand that. People need to understand that we are teachers and we're people and we have a life that's outside of these hobbies basically that we have going on. So if we choose to be out there in social media, it's not because we want everybody, like we're the gurus of everything. No, we are just sharing our ideas, our tips, our advice for people. So just please understand, and that was awesome, that there are going to be times that maybe things are not going to happen for me and I'm not going to get on and upload a video, or I might be absent for Instagram for a while, or like I don't even use my Twitter and Tumblr half the time. Like I just forget to use them. So it's crazy. Today we are going to finish doing our growth mindset book, so we'll get that done. I also have, which I might save this maybe for next week, just so that we can continue it on, but it came from, I think, Class Dojo, and it says, I can't yet, but if I, and then they explain what they're going to do, so that we can set a goal for themselves. And I thought it'd be nice to hang those goals up out in the hallway. And then for their spelling word practice, they're gonna be putting these in alphabetical order, which we'll probably do as a class because I want to model how to do it correctly. We will be starting our summer close reads. These close reads came from Jessica Tobin, I believe it is, but I can't remember the name of her shop off the top of my head, but if I remember, I'll link it down below. And then they're gonna be doing some addition with a missing addend, which will be, or a missing part. I think they said it's an unknown part. I think is what it says in the standard. And the unknown part is the whole or the sum or whatever you want to call it. And then they're going to be using these, and I have to really kind of train them how to do this one. So I don't know why I planned this one for today, but if we have time, I will show them how to do it properly. And yeah, so we'll just see how that goes. I don't know why I planned that one, but they do have ones like that are in the packets that are similar to this. So they need to know how to follow directions. So, but that's what we're planning to do today. So it's gonna be awesome. And it is 7:18. I'm gonna see if I can get the video to load up today. Yesterday I could not get that video to load at all. And I want to clean up this huge mess that I have going behind me, because I do have a video I want to film in here. And I think I'm gonna use that as my backdrop. So, or one of them. I think I'm gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna do my video, but I'm getting ready to do a what's in my bag video. I really want to do one because I finally have a bag that I really love, and it has everything. It holds all my stuff that I need inside of it. So I really want to do a what's in my bag video. So I'm going to try to get that filmed at some point. I don't know. I can't guarantee when, but at some point. But I have a video. I need that video, and then I have a Plan With Me video I need to get filmed this weekend to hopefully have up soon. But I also have duty at 7:45, so I need to get going. But my goal today is I'm gonna get the video on and I'm gonna clean up this mess over here and get it organized and looking nice, because this whole thing going on right here is a big old mess.
Without acting alone, without having no soul.
So it is now 4:20. It was like we're trying to get lesson plans done because we're way behind in getting lesson plans done. So we're trying to work on that, but then of course we have to do them for 3 weeks now, which we might change because we talked about it and some of us like it, some of us don't. I thought it was gonna be way different than what it is, and I find it kind of hard to plan that way. At this point though, it's staying the 3 weeks. And so we need to get lesson plans done. That just took up most of the time, was just us planning, and I need to get stuff ready. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna try to get some stuff ready for making copies and stuff for next week. So, but lucky enough, well, the close read now, we tried to do summer today. The other first grade classes haven't got it, they haven't even started it. We did the schema map today, but that was it. And so we just talked about it and we decided to push back till next week. And that way I can we're gonna work on that growth mindset book, because we didn't get a chance to finish that by Growing Firsties. So we're gonna finish that this week because we only have Thursday and Friday left. And we also have their testing they have to do, and I wish this person would figure out what they're doing. So I'm heading home. Rudy's gonna run by the hospital to see a friend that is in the hospital, and so he might be home a little late, but so that would give me time to edit this vlog, get it uploaded. Today was a pretty good day. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was nice, it was quick, which I love that part. And we switched over to the new schedule, so instead of having 4 classes, we took 1 of the classes and divided it up into 3 classes, so that we don't have that time sitting inside the cafeteria, and it ran so much smoother, I think, this time. And today during our PLC meeting, we talked about the new Moby Max program that we have, and I'm actually really liking it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but once I saw the data and the stuff that we can get from it, the things that we can do, it definitely made it a lot better of a program. But that's about it, so I hope you like what you saw. If you did, give me a big old thumbs up, not the thumbs down, the thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the bell notification that's down on the bottom. And follow me on all my social media that's listed in my description. So my Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I don't really use my Twitter and Tumblr very much, but Instagram, good place to go. If you would like to buy me a coffee, click down below. And until next time, don't forget to always be you. Bye.